I don't know if I can play music. I'm just not. Ain't gonna be the best thing for me to do right now. Just don't. But I appreciate you, she. Okay. All right, people. So we are going to do without me yelling and screaming. I'm gonna do astrological sign readings, starting with just Aries. All right, what messages do we have for Aries today? Shout out on my Aries placements. Welcome to the motherfucking chat. Jesus, my hair don't look bad, but I could use a little cut. I'm really putting off cutting my hair, I swear. Putting it off so fucking heavy. Hopefully that don't look terrible, y'all. Okay. Anywho, all right. Okay, what messages do we have for Aries placements? What important messages? Aries. Aries, I've got the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups in the upright, or excuse me, in the reverse. So I've got emotional loss, blocked, creativity, emptiness, self-love, intuition, and repressed emotions. What the fuck upside down to? Slow with it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so so look, Ace of Cups in the reverse for my Aries, right? I've got emotional loss, blocked creativity, emptiness, self-love, intuition, and repressed emotions. Okay, so Aries, you just went through a major relationship. Well, let me not say a major relationship. You just went through something where you were dealing with a significant other or a romantic partnership, right? And you went through this. It seems like whatever you went through with this person created like this almost emotional block in your life. Um, Emotional block to where almost like it did major damage. Um, but this is unlike any other experience that you've ever had, simply because of the fact that you've never dealt with your emotions in this form or fashion. You've come a long way from where you used to be. You used to deal with things in a non-productive way, but now this relationship that you were in, air from my Aries, right? It has caused you to really rethink how you do things here in the now, right? So instead of doing the same old things that you normally do, you decided to think outside of the box, actually contemplate um, what things that you can improve from within instead of looking at this individual as a way of as a way out, like someone to look out like they are at fault. And this is why this is a beautiful card for the Ace of Cups, because it created a creative block. It provided emptiness in your life, um, which for most, to feel a certain level of emptiness usually comes with depression. You did not allow yourself to become depressed, but instead you allowed yourself to feel through the emotions and deal with it in the best of lights. Guys, thank you for anybody who's in the chat. I'm doing a read for my Aries placements. If you guys like to read, please Like and subscribe, please. So you're dealing with a lot of self love now. Like, so instead of retreating into yourself and being in this state of depression, you're choosing self love. You're choosing to do things that are more conducive to your good health and good wellness. Uh, oh, hi. Esteva, how do you say your name? Esteva Bio said hi. How you doing? Brian Walker said hey. What up, Brian? What's up, everybody that's in the chat? So if you guys are liking to read, I'm doing a read for my Aries placements. If anybody would like a read, please feel free to put your zodiac sign in the chat or put a question down below. I'll be happy to answer it for you. Um, you guys, please subscribe to my channel. The goal is I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm at like 90 right now. So any support will be much appreciated. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for the likes, guys. So I've got intuition. You're using your intuition. Grown man, by the way. Isaiah Wilson. What's going on with you? Shout out to you. Um, Let me see. How much we used to do for those two we used to meow. I don't know who this is. How do I do this? Uh, Hold on 2 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, cool. Top 10 jobless activities. I got you. I got you. Okay. So we've got repressed emotions, right? So instead of dealing with things in a negative light, you decided to choose a better way of doing things. I'm on my dad's account, but my name is Tanea. Shout out Tanea. Girl ass man, by the way. What does that even mean, guys? Shout out IKRXY9248. Grown ass man, by the way. What does that mean, guys? Anywho, so instead of repressing your emotions, you decided to deal with this in a grown manner, in a way that is more conducive to one who is an actual adult and someone who is willing to deal with their emotions instead of acting like a child, which is great. That means he's cursing you out. Do you not see the word ass? Grown ass man. Oh, okay. Just call me BB. Interesting. It's funny how people come on here to talk shit when nobody in their life who is successful would ever come and try to clown somebody else. So, yeah, sad individuals. Yeah, no life is what you have. Because if you had a life, you wouldn't be on here trying to fuck with mine, huh? Yeah, fucking children. They call you BB. Yeah, you can get the fuck on too. All right. That means he's cursing you out. Thank you for the how do I just like to block y'all. Cause y'all can kick rocks. If y'all don't like what I'm saying, y'all can move around. Real shit. Nobody cares about anybody who got time to hate. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you everything. Let me see. Let me read this real quick. BB, you full of shit. Get the fuck on. Kick rocks, son. So this the crazy thing. Why does it not let me fucking block nobody? This is crazy. Hide user on the channel. Hide user on the channel. I don't want to hide user. Put a person in timeout. No, I want to block. Why does it not let you block? That's crazy. That's crazy. It don't let you block, just let you remove. I don't want to put this person in timeout. I want to get this person out of my life forever because they ain't shit. Yeah, BB, I don't know if you talking shit or not. And it seems like you talking shit. I'm not really fucking with the energy. I'm not gonna lie. For 86K seconds. And if I can block you, I would rather block you. Cause if you ain't about shit, if you ain't coming here for no peace, no positivity, then I ain't with it. And there should be a way to block you instead of just fucking putting you in timeout. You guys aren't children. I know you're acting like children, but you're not children. So I'm gonna treat you like the grown ass individual that you are, clearly, because you want to be treated that way. For you to come on here and try to clown, fucking sad, sad, sad of you, ridiculous ass human beings. Y'all, what's wrong with fucking society right now? Ridiculous. Shout out to everybody who actually came through and showed love. I don't know, I got 2 people on here. Shout out to you. If y'all could, please go and subscribe to my channel. I'm actually trying to get to, well, the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everybody who is on here. All right. So shout out Aries, man. Y'all are actually dealing with your emotions in a more, I appreciate them coming on here because the grown thing, it's definitely, you're dealing with your emotions from a more mature point of view versus dealing with your emotions like a child. Like these people that come on here and try to clown and say things like grown ass man, which what that I'm doing got anything to do with you at all, to be completely honest. I don't even begin to understand that. Grown ass man, little ass boy coming on here trying to talk shit, which you're not even capable. Anybody who's willing to even do that over the internet is just a I almost call this man a fucking girl dog. And now, oh, how do I block, bro? Oh, I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure out how to block people. It's all right. All right, shout out to whoever's on here. I appreciate y'all. All right, so I got Taurus. Taurus is next. What messages do we got for Taurus? What messages we got for Taurus? What important messages do we have for Taurus? Okay, so for my Taurus placements, I've got the sun in the upright. This is positivity. This is pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, and all is well, right? So beautiful energy here. And the sun is, I would say, arguably one of the best cards in the deck. Due to, who doesn't fuck with the sun, right? The sun brings you all types of, I'd say vitamin D, you know what I'm saying? Joy, love, laughter. I mean, look how fucking happy this motherfucker is right here on the back. So listen, I don't know if I can cuss y'all, but I should be able to, right? To be completely honest, now I'm confused because I should be able to, because I marked this video as not being for children, so it should be good. Okay, so look, the sun here. We've got love and laughter here. We got a lot of joy, we got a lot of vitality and fun. So your Taurus placements, you're opening yourself up for a lot more joy, a lot more excitable situations. I think that this is really telling me, much less I think, and this is more the feeling of like a more excitable, more, um, what's the word? More spontaneous energy. You're allowing life to be what it is and not taking your circumstances for granted in any way, and you're showing a lot of gratitude for the things that you have in your life. So you're showing a lot of appreciation for the things that you have, and that is allowing God to make space for new things in your life, which is beautiful, and I love to see that. So shout out to Taurus for this beautiful energy. So this is a lot of success, a lot of celebration. So I have here that you will be celebrating something major here soon, and this, to me, for my Taurus placements, this to me speaks on somebody who is a creative, somebody who paves the way for themselves in various ways. And that's beautiful energy, man. I love to see stuff like that. We've got rebirth energy, right? Rebirth energy. So starting something new, um, doing away with the things of the old and beginning something new. All right. So with that rebirth energy, the sun here, this is a very beautiful energy, and this is for my Taurus placements. And we've got all is well, right? All is well. So you don't have to worry. Just allow life to be what it is. Um, um, Allow happiness to seep in your life the way that it needs to, when it needs to. And that's beautiful energy, guys. I love that. All right. Shout out to my Taurus placements. All right. Let's see who we got next. I got Gemini. So, what important messages do we have for Gemini? Okay. So, for my Gemini, I've got the Ten of Cups, right? Ten of Cups for my Gemini. And this is in the reverse, actually. So, it came in the reverse. This is going to be shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, disconnection, misaligned values, and struggling relationships. So this is someone who has a major thing with relationships. Um, Someone who a good has not had a good handle on their own self-reflection, and therefore someone who chooses individuals in their life that just end up playing them in the end. Choosing individuals who just don't care about their well-being or care about what they do here in this life. Roblox Rage Beta said hello. Hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? So this message is for my Taurus placements. No, my Gemini placements. We've got shattered dreams and broken family. I feel like due to the choices that you've made in your life, you've recently lost your family. And when I say recently, it could have been anywhere between a year to 3 years ago that you've lost your family. And you've been making negative choices as far as like what you've wanted to do in your life. Uh, Roblox Raised Better say I'm doing great. Fantastic. I'm happy to hear that. Roblox Rage Beta, I don't know if you're into tarot, because I'm noticing the type of people. What's the live talking? What's this live talking about? I got you. So I don't know if you're into tarot cards or anything like that. Um, and if you are, because I get some people on here who are just on here just to bullshit, and I know that you got Rage Beta in your your name, so I don't know if you just come on here to troll or you actually want to know some shit, right? But if you're into divinity at all, if you have a question, I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Or if you want to put your zodiac sign in the chat, I'll be more than happy to do a reading for you. Okay. All right. So we've got disconnected. For my Gemini placements, you've been feeling disconnected as of lately, due to the fact that um, you decided not to you decided to use your own free will instead of connecting to God's source himself, or itself rather. And this is what's calling in all the negativity that you've been experiencing in your life up until now. But I feel that this energy is changing in a major way. I see brand new energy coming in. Roblox Rage Beta said, no, it's just my name. I'm not like that. Oh, okay, okay. Well, shout out to you, Roblox Rage Beta. I appreciate you coming in the chat. Um, if you would not mind, if you could follow me, the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but I appreciate you coming through. And guys, please like the live whenever you get an opportunity as well. Okay, so Gemini, I said that you guys got good energy coming in. So the Three of Cups, very good energy coming in. So much so, this is celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship, community, and happiness. So a lot of happiness, a lot of celebrating. You will be celebrating with someone prominent or people prominently here soon, okay? This is beautiful energy, and I feel like it took you a long time to get up to this point, to get all the way up to the point to where you can be happy and you can see life as something worth celebrating here in your life. And that is gorgeous energy. I love to see that. All right. And then we've got the sun. Same card that I pulled for my Taurus placements. Once again, arguably one of the best cards that you can get in the deck. So this is like the ultimate fucking prosperity, the ultimate love, the ultimate joy, so on and so forth. This is a great card to get. So you got a lot of success coming in, a lot of creativity, a lot of positivity, a lot of pleasure. Just gorgeous fucking gorgeous energy. And I love to see that. So shout out to all my Gemini placements. That is your read, guys, okay? For my Geminis. And who doesn't love a Gemini, right? Okay, so for my Cancers, let's see. Ooh, Cancer placements. Y'all got a lot of cards, man. Yeah, I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven cards for my Cancers, okay? Cancer, I've got eight, the Queen of Pentacles here, and then the Queen of Pentacles came in the reverse, right? And this is financial independence. This is self-care, work from home. Oh, work home conflict, right? Self-centered, jealousy, smothering. Uh, so I feel like um, you're in this like very jealous energy. And if this is not you, this is somebody around you. Who did I say this was for? Sometimes I forget, guys. For my cancers, right? You found yourself to be in this very jealous energy, a very argumentative energy, but and a very independent energy, but an independent energy that is not conducive to your good health and good wellness. All right, so you're making bad choices, thinking that acting from a place of negativity is the way to go, and therefore this is causing you to move from a place of survival versus a place of thriving. Okay, all right. Then I've got the Five of Swords in the upright, right? And the Five of Swords, this is conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, abusive relationships. So you got a lot of conflict as of lately, and it's because of this negative behavior that you find yourself in. So it's important. God wants you to connect with yourself, love yourself more than anything. This is what's going to catapult you into a completely different timeline and into a more positive energy. Okay. um this is winning at all costs. All right. And when we are coming from a place of I need to win something, you're losing automatically. It is not the way to it's not the way to go about things, because what are you winning against? What are you really winning by working against others in your life? It brings you nothing. Sneakiness, bullies, you're dealing with bullies and a whole bunch of sneakiness, and sneaky behavior doesn't do anything for you. It's not driving the needle forward in your life in any way, shape, or form. It's not doing anything conducive for you in your life at all, actually. You know what I'm saying? So make better choices in your life, Gemini. And the way to do that is by choosing yourself. You must. It is very important that you do so. Okay. There's the strength here. There's a lack of strength in your life because you're deciding to move in a negative energy. Okay. Then we've got the Empress. You're not moving in a very wise manner. Not in a very wise um, yeah, just not wise at all. You're not moving like royalty. You're not moving with a sense of elegance, and because of that, it's causing a whole lot of issues in your life, right? Okay. Then we've got the Four of Swords. God is requesting that you um, prioritize rest in your life. You got a lot of stress and strife going on in your life, and it's due to you feeling as though that you need to do the most. We are under this pretext that we have to work hard for everything that we got in this life, and this puts us in a weird way because it does not allow us to stop and rest and actually stop and connect with the Creator. Stop and stop and connect with ourselves, which puts us in a very awkward position. There's this inkling of running ourselves ragged, all right? And when we do that and we don't connect with ourselves, it doesn't allow us to, um, it does not allow us to be in our highest potential or our highest timeline, our highest selves, our, um, our highest range of proper decision making skills, right? There's lack there. And we weren't born with lack. Lack was something that was programmed into us. So, not to get confused, guys. We do not operate from any kind of lack. That's not serving anybody. Six of Wands, guys. Six of Wands. This is public recognition. This is victory, progress, and self-confidence. So you're moving into a more beautiful energy. You're choosing self-confidence, and not only choosing, but this energy is here now, right? You once were moving in a particular form of fashion, but now you're moving with more self-confidence. And because you're moving in this self-confidence, it's bringing in this public recognition, and that is beautiful. And God loves to see that, the fact that you are moving like this. All right. This is for my Cancer placements. Um, then we've got the Eight of Wands here, and the Eight of Wands shows speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, and air travel. This is beautiful. So um, you've got big change coming in quick, a lot of prosperity. If you can see the wands here, all of those wands signifies a whole lot of prosperity, okay? So you've got a lot of beautiful change coming in, and it's coming in quick. So what do they say? Be ready so you ain't got to get ready, okay? Very important. Shout out to my Cancer placements, guys. Love to see that for my Cancers, okay? All right, so next up, I've got my Leos. Leo, God, clear the energy so we can get a proper message out here for my Leo placements. Please allow this reading to come from the highest timeline. Do not let outside sources or energies conflict with this reading. Make sure that we are providing the highest message from their highest self. Okay, beautiful information. Thank all of you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys getting the likes up in the chat. And if you guys would, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. So this message is going to be for who we got? Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. I don't know why my screen closes on me on a constant basis. I gotta fix this because my timeout, it's gotta be longer than this. I can't deal with this. What is it? Uh Where is my timeout function? Settings, but not those type of settings. Display, brightness. Oh, screen timeout is 30 seconds. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that should be better. Now let's go back. Boom, go back. Okay, great. So I did Cancer, so I'm doing Leo. So shout out to all my Leos out there. God, clear the energy. And remember, we're tapping into a beautiful energy, my Leo's highest timeline energy. All right. So for my Leos, I've got Ten of Swords here, all right? Ten of Swords is painful endings, right? So getting away from things that used to harm us, used to hurt us. We're no longer dealing with those things, all right? We're moving into a more light era, right? We've got deep wounds. You dealt with things that cut you very deeply, but you're healing from those deep wounds, right? We've got betrayal and loss, all right? So you dealt with individuals that betrayed you, but you were coming from a place where you did not you did not know what you knew now. So you've gone through learning lessons, okay? Beautiful energy. Then we've got crisis, right? You once dealt with a crisis, almost like dealing with a tower. But like I said, you moved on from that. You move into more healing energies. Then you've got failure, right? Because you had to deal with failure. And remember, failure is nothing but a lesson. Failure is not actually that. What we need to do is focus on a more, a more, let me see, what will we say? A better word to use, because remember, perspective is everything, and how we treat anything is how we treat everything, right? So if we're coming from a more prosperous perspective, then that is going to allow our life to change in a more beneficial way. Okay, so we don't see things in our life as failures, we allow them to be lessons for our lives. Okay, and so there are only lessons and blessings in this lifetime. Okay, and then we've got collapse. And that means collapse of the old, but where collapse is, renewal begins, all right? And then defeat. You felt defeated, but no more do you feel defeated. You're moving out of that energy, all right? So once again, that reading was for my Leos. Shout out to my Leos. Guys, if anybody and everybody who is in here, if you will please like the live, I appreciate you guys so much. And make sure that you guys are subscribing to the motherfucking channel. The goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really is mad appreciative, guys. All right. So I've got Virgos here. Virgo. Who's a Virgo in the chat? I've got Virgo here, and this is Ten of Wands. This is we're talking about burdens, dealing with burdens, but being so strong and willing enough and having faith in God that you're willing to carry any burden that comes your way. This is beautiful energy. My Ten of Wands, folks. So my fucking Virgos is really doing the damn thing. Yes, the first word out is literally burden. This is extra responsibility. Putting that extra responsibility on your back, and that extra responsibility is God, having faith in everything that you do and loving yourself. It feels like an extra responsibility, but guys, these are normal responsibilities. Dealing with anything outside of that, that is the extra responsibility. And if you're willing to lean on God, and you are, and you're willing to lean on yourself more than anything, and you are, then you'll be able to deal with any other responsibility that comes your way. So you're taking on uh, um, you're getting rid of burdens and bringing in beautiful energy. All right. Then we've got hard work, right? Being willing to do the hard work and not in a physical way. When we say hard work, this is spiritual. We no longer, when we accept what God has to offer for us in this lifetime, we no longer have to work physically hard. We work mentally, spiritually hard. Okay, does that make sense? And I promise you, that workload is more heavy than any physical work a person could ever do in this lifetime. Okay, the spiritual is way more powerful than the actual physical. All right, we don't need to get that fucked up. It's very important that we know this. Okay, then we've got completion. That means the work is done. You're willing to put down the bullshit and pick up faith that you have in God. Okay, Virgos, shout out to you guys, man. I love you guys so much. You guys have been working super hard. I love that energy, guys. Okay. All right, let's clear the energy here. And we've got next up is Libras. So for all my Libra placements, I've got, let's see, what do I got here? For my Libras, I've got the High Priestess, but the High Priestess came in a reverse, okay? Now, listen, guys, the reverse card is not an inherently negative thing. This, to me, just states that these are things that we need to work on. And things sometimes that we have to look forward to, and this could be a really good thing, okay? And we delve in positive energies, no matter if this card came in upright or the reverse. It's all coming back to a positive. Because why? This life is happening for you, not to you, okay? Important to know, very important to know, all right? So we've got secrets, harm, hidden agenda. So you're no longer dealing with secrets, right? Because you feel to me like a very secretive individual, okay? But these secrets are what's driving you into more negative depths in your life. We need to focus on a more truthful light here in our lives, okay? It's very, very important that we do that. Disconnected from intuition. God is requiring that you connect with your faith in Him, your faith in yourself, and have more trust in yourself and be more delicate with yourself. It's very important that we do so. All right, we've got withdrawal and silence. All right, you're withdrawing yourself from circumstances and situations that no longer serve you. All right, and going to a state of silence because what did your mom say or your dad say when you're growing up? Right, if you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. All right. You're going into a state of withdrawal, a state of silence. Okay. Selfishness. You were once selfish, but now we're moving to a different level of selfishness. The type of selfishness where we're focusing on ourselves. We're not harming or hurting anybody with any negative talk of any kind. Okay. There's different levels of selfishness. Okay. Are we going from selfishness from a I'm going to hold out emotional from my loved ones type of selfishness, which is inherently a negative, right? Or are we, I'm going to go back in hermit mode and work on me, self love, so on and so forth. So that means that I can't talk to you all the time like I used to because I am focused on healing. That from that type of selfish place, prioritizing self is a more positive way to handle things, and that is lovely, guys. Love to see that. All right, then I've got silence, selfishness, shallowness, right? You're dealing with a whole lot of shallowness, not seeing things from a more deeper perspective, only willing to see things from the surface. All right, and that is not that if when we're seeing things from a shallow perspective, it does not inherently add depth to our lives, and we're not getting the full spectrum of life and not really getting an opportunity to enjoy life for the fullness that it has to offer. Okay, and then we've got ignorance and misunderstanding, choosing to genuinely misunderstand circumstances and situations intentionally, right? And coming from a place of ignorance because you didn't know any better. You didn't. You chose not to actually um, try to understand. And when we do that, we come from a place of not trying to understand. We usually we block our blessings in a major way. All right. When we come from a place of understanding, we allow life. We allow ourselves to enjoy life at its fullest spectrum versus half of the cup of tea or what have you. Right. All right. So that was for my Libra placements. Ooh, I like how that card flipped off here. All right. I'm not gonna accept that because of the fact that it flipped off backwards and it's the exact same card as my Libra. Ooh, what we got? This flipped off so quick. So for my Libras, shout out my Libras. This is the Seven of Wands in the reverse, okay? This is exhaustion, giving up, destroyed confidence. So you're giving up on something that you thought was gonna work out in your favor, but is no longer working in your favor. So you're like, I'm just tapping out. You know what I'm saying? It's better to give up on this thing than keep persevering into something that's not really driving or gaining or garnering me any real results. Okay, there is no real investment here doing this thing, right? And then we've got destroyed confidence because of this circumstance and situation. It has destroyed your confidence and has led you to a place to where you're not really getting to the benefit of your life because once again you were investing into things that were not were resulting in positive things, abundance, so on and so forth. You're getting the complete opposite of that, right? You're overwhelmed and overly protective. So overly protective of your pride, overly protective of your ego, overly protective of things that just were not moving you forward. In investing in things like that, you're going to come up with negative results, okay? So you're choosing better in your life. And I love to see that, guys. Love to see that. All right. All right. So that was for my Libras. Shout out my Libras. I've got Scorpio next. Scorpio, what we got? What we got for my Scorpio placements? Shout out to my Scorpios. One important message we got for what I say, Scorpio, right? All right, Scorpios. I've got self-limiting beliefs, right? Self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, right? So I mean, this is just exactly what it is, right? You're imposing self-limiting beliefs onto yourself because someone at some point in time told you that you could not do something when you were just in front of an individual who could not do it themselves but chose to project onto you, right? And make you think, no, you can't do it because I feel like I can't do it. And I rebuke that. I rebuke that in the name of God, Jesus, so on and so forth, source, whatever you want to call it, right? Because I will be down before I let someone come in and try to tell me what I can and can't do. It's not how that works. All right. All right. So we've got releasing negative thoughts, and this is beautiful because you're no longer putting up with the bullshit. You're no longer choosing to deal with those self-limiting beliefs, which is those negative thoughts. All right. You're moving into an era where you're not dealing with any more negative self-talk. Nope. And you're not even surrounding yourself with people who even make way for negative self-talk. Okay. You're inviting more beautiful things in here. Shout out to whoever here is in the chat. I appreciate you coming through. Shout out to you. Do me a favor and go and subscribe to the motherfucking channel. I don't know who you are. You can come on here, place a comment. You gone. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Do all that beautiful stuff. Guys, the goal is 1,000 subscribers, okay? That is what I want to get to. Um, please help me on my journey. I appreciate the all of the advice that you guys provide me, all of the comments, all of the support. Much less on the advice, right? Just to be real, um, you're opening up to new perspectives in your life, which is beautiful. Love that. Love that. Because you're thinking from a more open perspective versus a more closed-minded perspective. You're no longer moving that way, and that's beautiful energy to be in. You're working on, I'd say you're working on self acceptance, but we're speaking on here in the present. You're here with self acceptance, and that is beautiful energy to be in, and freedom, guys. You're in a more free state in your life. And that in itself is beautiful. To really reach the highest pinnacle of freedom is the most relaxing, the most eye opening, the most calming thing most calming place to be in is approaching life from a state of freedom. Beautiful energy, guys. Beautiful. All right. So let's see. What do I got here? I've got that was Scorpio. So I've got Sagittarius up next. Let's see what we got. Sagittarius. Oh, all right. Take it. All right. For my Sagittarius placements, I've got the Two of Pentacles. Right. Two of Pentacles in the upright is multiple priorities. So time management, adaptability, and balancing decisions. So you've got prosperity coming in, a lot of prosperity, and you're balancing decisions here, which is which is great. Um, you're more adaptable to your environments, your circumstances, situations. You're moving with a lot more fluidity, which is allowing you more room and space for more beautiful opportunities in your life. Um, yeah, you've got a lot more balance in your life. Now, I did get three cards here, so I did get the Ace of Cups in a reverse, right? And Ace of Cups in the reverse is emotional loss, blocked creativity, emptiness, self love, intuition, and repressed emotions. So you're moving out of a space of repressed emotions. You're focusing more on feeling your emotions and allowing yourself to work through those emotions versus just saying, you know what, I have an emotion and I'm choosing not to deal with that emotion, which is not when we close ourselves off from emotions, we don't allow ourselves room to actually feel those emotions and actually work through them for the benefit of ourselves and others. And remember that everything that we do in this life is for the benefit of ourselves and the people around us. And that is what I call a win win situation. And when life is that way, it allows a broader spectrum of creativity and positivity in your life, okay? All right, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles came in a reverse. This is self-discipline. This is boredom, feeling stuck, perfectionism, working without reward. So putting energies into things that no longer feed us, right? So making a wise decision in your life to put your energy towards things that are more conducive to your good health and good wellness. Um, Self-discipline. You have a lot more self-discipline. Before, you were just doing things all willy-nilly, and you made a change in your life and made the decision to choose better for yourself, and that is garnering better results for you in this lifetime. And this feeling stuck in this boredom, it just felt like for a minute you were doing the same things over and over again. But remember, boredom is a frame of mind, guys. All right. Boredom truly really is just a frame of mind here. All right. It is not, life is what we make it. It's very important to note. Life is what we make it in a major way. Okay. So perspective is key. All right. All right. So that was Sagittarius. So I've got Capricorn. I've got three more placements, guys, before I jump off here. Right. I got Capricorn. This is three of swords here and three of swords in the reverse. This is negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, recovery, and moving on. So you're moving on from all of this. The negative self-talk, the self-inflicted pain. You're no longer dealing with people who find themselves dwelling in energies like this. You're moving on to more conducive relationships and opportunities. Opportunities that are bringing in a lot more abundance than what you were dealing with previously, okay? Um, yeah, releasing that pain, man, putting it down instead of um, allowing yourself to take on things like that because you thought that was normal for you, all right? Shout out to my Capricorns, that reading was for you. Then I've got my Aquarius placements here. Shout out to my Aquarius. What messages do we have for Aquarius here today? Okay, so Aquarius, I've got Nine of Cups, and Nine of Cups is in the reverse. This is lack of inner joy. This is smugness. um yeah, you're moving in a very like ugly energy because of the lack of inner joy that you have in yourself, and it's because of the lack of choosing yourself in this lifetime. Allowing yourself to pretend to be something that you are not, and when we pretend to be something that we are not, we're not choosing ourselves. We're choosing a person or a character that best suits people around us, which is not benefiting us in any way, right? So it's a lack of cups, all right, that reversal. um We've got dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, and inner happiness. So we're working more towards inner happiness, choosing better things in our lives, choosing ourselves more than anything. Okay. So shout out to my Capricorns. That's a beautiful reading. All right. So next up, we've got Aquarius here. Aquarius, we've got the Ten of Swords in the upright, and this is painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, and defeat. All right. So you're dealing with a painful ending in your life, but you're no longer dealing with that painful ending because you've already gone through that painful ending. You've done the work, and now it's time to move on to things that are a lot more fulfilling for you in your life. Because why? You've learned the important lessons in your life. Okay. So now you know what you do and don't want in this lifetime, and you're no longer choosing pain. Right? It's because you went through these failures, aka lessons, right? Because why? Failures are not failures, they are lessons. And then because of those lessons, they allow room for blessings and allow those lessons to be blessings because they teach us how to move in this lifetime, okay? And that collapse is the last big word that I saw and heard from this message. And collapsing things that no longer serve us and allowing ourselves to move in more positive energies and allowing beginnings for us in our life, okay? So, Aquarius, that was your read. Beautiful energy. Love to see that, okay? All right, next up, I've got Pisces, and this is last but not least, okay? This is Four of Cups. This is sudden awareness. This is in the reverse, right? Sudden awareness, choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdraw, checking in for realignment. So, this is somebody who's connecting with themselves, someone at one point that may have been lost, but is now really sitting with themselves, choosing to choose themselves and checking in with themselves on a day-to-day basis to make sure that they are in alignment. Pisces, this is beautiful. This is beautiful information. And with you guys being the water placements, I feel like this is someone who is really catching themselves in beautiful states of flow. And I love to see that. Guys, continue to do the work, but continue to put your best foot forward. And there is nothing in this lifetime that you cannot have, okay? Shout out to all my placements here. I went through all of the astrological signs, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I appreciate everybody who has liked the live. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed. And once again, guys, well, I never even mentioned this, but you guys go out there and be great and love yourselves more than anything, okay? All right? Till next time, guys, I love you all.